At home with Lucas here. So today we're going to talk about the Shark anti-allergen stick vacuum. Yes, people, this thing is a Pet Pro, so it's going to be able to handle all of the pet hair in your house. This thing is a stick vacuum, but it also has a very powerful roller on the bottom with a built-in motor. So it's going to be able to get that deep cleaning deep down into your carpet. It also has two different modes. Yes, this thing has hardwood mode and it has carpet mode, which is really, really awesome. Not to mention the fact it has a trigger that you pull and it will go into max suction. Yes, so it doesn't increase the roller speed, which is really nice. It increases the suction. This thing is also super lightweight and has a 40-minute battery time. It has a removable battery. You can just pull it straight out. And if you have multiple batteries, you can go from 40 to 80 and up. So your battery time is only dependent on how many of the batteries you actually have. This thing also has a roller that will supposedly not get tangled up with hair, which is really awesome because my beautiful wife loves to shed some hair throughout the years. And when you suck that up, you know what I'm talking about. You have to go in there with a little razor and cut it all out. Super annoying. So this one supposedly will not clog up like that. Also has the ability to reach into hard to reach places. So if you're trying to do some ceiling corner dusting, you're gonna be able to grab this thing and use one of the attachments to suck it all out. But with all the things I said that are positive, is there a big glooming negative? Yes, there is a big glooming negative that we won't know about until the very end of this video. So in this video, we're doing a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing and first impressions on said stick vacuum. After that, I'm gonna be putting this bad boy to the At Home Lucas test to figure out is it something you should buy or maybe skip altogether. I'm here for you, so don't have to waste your time buying and returning. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So this is the Shark Cordless. It's a little bit smaller than I would have thought, the box at least. There's an outline of what's to come in the box. This has power fins trademarked. Let's go ahead and get into this. All right, and there you go. That is everything that's in the box. Let's go ahead and pull off all the plastic and take a closer look. All right, with everything removed, I realized there is no wall mount. So I definitely am one to put my stick vacuums on the wall, and I'm a little bit annoyed that they don't offer that. Go ahead and get this assembled and take a closer look. Okay, just imagine I snap my fingers and there you go, it's fully built. The first annoyance I have with this is they have these stickies right here, which when I tried to pull this one off down here, it didn't come off as easily as I would like. I'm gonna just give it a nice pull and we'll see if it leaves any residue behind, but it's not one of those easy pull stickers, and they're all over the place. They got stickers literally hanging out of everywhere as if we don't know how to use a vacuum. I'm gonna be actually turning it on like a regular vacuum, and then we're gonna pull for max. I have to admit right off the bat, the max pull is pitiful. That is super pitiful. Coming from the boost mode on the Dyson, this thing is kind of a kid's toy right off the bat. Come on, Shark, you've got to be kidding me. Look at this. Now my vacuum literally looks like trash because you couldn't put a sticker on that's an easy peel off. I literally went so slow with that. No. Also down here, another one right there. This is like, it's such garbage. It's like, oh, you're helping me out a little bit by showing me that this is the boost trigger, but is it gonna get stuck and get locked on there? Like, this is utter garbage right here. Like, I'll probably have to peel at that for a minute, maybe even use some Goo Gone. But that is a joke. Like, also, this looks like pink. This looks like a different color red. So right off the bat, it's like, and this is a completely different red down here. This is just such a cheap looking vacuum right off the bat. That is not helping its case at all. Let's check out the cup. The cup looks tiny. That actually looks like something from a Keurig. This thing is not cheap at all, and that's why I'm being so aggressive right now. There's more stickers back here. There's also a QR code to scan over there, another sticker. Let's go ahead and get this thing used and see if we still don't like it. Okay, because I'm so frustrated with these stickers, they'll be the first thing we suck up with this vacuum. Also, I am noticing that there's LED lights there, and in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, if you see LED lights on your stick vacuum, it's probably cheap. So let's go ahead and suck these up and see how well it actually does. Right, so it did not even get the annoying stickers all the way picked up. It looks like one of them, maybe the biggest one, got stuck right here in their little fin grooves. So if those weren't there, I could imagine this would have just gone right back in. Let's do another pass, and we're gonna try to hit it going a little bit faster. All right, we did it on that one. I had to flatten it down a little bit. So there you go. That's the first pass, first test with this thing. I'm gonna give it an A for effort, but it's still a little bit pitiful in my mind. Okay, the second test that I do is, can my 5-year-old boy use it? And he seems to be doing a pretty good job right now. One thing about this vacuum in particular is that it's a little bit more like a regular vacuum at the bottom down there, which means it's going to be easier to push it around. And as you can see, he's doing a phenomenal job. He has used now 3 stick vacuums in his life, so he is a little bit of an expert. But this is the first test, and I'm going to say it passes. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. I'm going to say if my boy can push it around and it's up to his eyes, that's a good vacuum. Okay, so I was hoping it would go on the wall over there where I had my previous 2 stick vacuums, but nonetheless, it does this funny thing where it breaks down like that. It is quite hilarious because it kind of looks like a regular vacuum like that. The other cool thing is you can just detach the battery and just plug it in anywhere and charge it up. So you don't really have to have this in any specific spot, and you can actually have your battery fully charged in one location and then your stick vacuum in a closet. So that's kind of cool. My pantry actually has no plug outlets. There's not a single plug outlet in that pantry. That's why I have all my robot vacuums and vacuums out here that need to charge and plug in. This is really cool. That means I can start to put my stick vacuum in my pantry and keep this out somewhere where there's a plug outlet fully charged. Okay, we got a real life spill right here. So my kids love the Lucky Charms, and they just came out with these new ones that are little balls. So my kid doesn't like these. He only likes the Charms. So we're gonna put the Shark to the test. We're just gonna put it on hardwood, and then we're gonna use the turbo mode because this is hardwood floor right here. So we're gonna turn it on, and then we're gonna activate the turbo mode. That's pretty good for a single pass. That's actually really good. It seems to roll the rollers just slow enough and activate the suction. Yeah, that is doing a really good job. And the turbo mode just activates the suction. It does not increase the speed of the rollers so you don't fling stuff around. So that's actually really nice. One more. Great job. That thing did good. Vacuums are kind of funny because you don't actually need to have anything attached to them to suck things up. So we got some more cereal right here. I'm just gonna blast this away real quick. So there you go, just with that part right there, you can suck something up really quick and easy. I mean, of course, you definitely want to put an attachment on there, but in a pinch, boom, you just grab it and go. Okay, here we go, we got some popcorn on the floor, spilled out of the bucket. We're gonna put this down onto carpet mode. All right, let's check the damage. So it left some popcorn behind, but it really did a pretty good job. Let's back over it. I'm hearing a lot of popcorn in there, and I'm seeing a lot of debris. Let's go ahead and hit up this spot here. Mashing it a little bit, yep. We got some popcorn breakdown. Looks like we're probably clogged up in here. Let's go ahead and see exactly what just happened, because this is kind of interesting. It literally started to shred the popcorn and made one heck of a mess. Look at this, people. This is wild. And then inside of here, it's just popcorn everywhere. We're gonna flip this over, and you can see that it just kind of started beating the heck out of it. And there is the problem right there. We are fully clogged right there. And I'm gonna say the problem is probably the fact that this shaft right here is the size of a quarter, if not a little bit smaller. You can see in there, probably the size of a quarter. That is pretty bizarre. Okay, let's investigate a little bit more. We're gonna pull this out here and release that part. So that did not get clogged in there, but you can see that's not very big in diameter. Let's check this part here. Also not clogged. So it looks like it may just be clogged inside of this area here. And I'm actually just gonna try something really simple and just start banging it down on the carpet. Yeah. So I'm getting some coming out. So we are making one heck of a mess. Okay, let's plug it all back in and see if we can't suck out the clog. Yeah, we didn't even fill up the cup. That's not full yet. So let's see if we can't power through this clog real quick. No, we are not able to get that clog removed. I'm gonna have to use some tools. Okay, I think I got the clog. I just kind of banged it a little bit more. I didn't have to use any tools. So let's go ahead and see if we can't finish this job. Okay, that did a great job. I think if I went slow the first time, a lot slower, I think it would have worked. The popcorn, I could have done it way easier, way more nimble, but the way that I did it, clogged it, and then I was able to fix it. So I'm gonna give it a solid 1 thumb up, not 2 thumbs up, for the popcorn test. Okay, one of the biggest drawbacks to having your plug just sitting randomly around your house is the fact that when I finish using the vacuum, the first thing that I do is I break it down and I put it back in the same exact spot right here. And the thing that always happens is the battery is just sitting there, whether it's fully charged, half charged, or dead. I don't really have a good sort of routine of pulling this battery out and plugging it back in. So oftentimes what'll happen is I'll come to use this vacuum and I'll find that it's just dead because I don't have the power cable just sitting right here. So if you are gonna do it like this, where you break it down and you charge and you just put it in the same spot every time, whether it's a closet or a garage or a pantry or whatever, you're gonna have to create another routine where you take that battery out and continuously charge it. And then you have to also pull the battery back out and put it back into here. So as much as the battery being removed is a convenience, it's also a little bit annoying, and I kind of wish that this had a dock where it would just charge up every time I put it back. So good for some, bad for others. Okay, let's take a minute to talk about this bad boy. So the wheels on the bottom down here are actually quite nice. We have these bumps. Keep it tilted back and you go at a certain speed, it just kind of bounces right over those bumps, and it does a good job of traversing really, really easily, even though they are absolutely tiny little wheels. They have rubber grips on the middle. Once you get the thing in your hand and you start to move it around like this, you notice that the comfort of the grip is actually really solid. This is a good, comfortable grip. It's very ergonomical and it feels like it's designed for the human hand. Then you come down to the turbo button, or what they like to call it, the max button. I'm not sure why it's not called turbo, but I just keep calling it turbo. This button is in the perfect spot for your trigger finger, and it really does a great job of allowing you to get an extra little boost. Up on the front here, you have two selections. You have hardwood, and then you have carpet, and then all the way up is off. And basically the only difference is between hardwood and carpet is they did a really good job of slowing down the rollers. So these are the rollers on hardwood, and it's way, way slower. We'll push it up to carpet and you can just hear the motor kicked on super loud. They did a really good job of separating those two, and I like that a lot. A lot of these vacuums do not have separation between hardwood and carpet. Actually, the smart robot vacuums have that separation down pat, so that's awesome. So then you have your little foot spot right here on either side. You just push that down. It drops down really, really easily, and the moment that you start to use this thing is the moment that you realize it's kind of like a stick vacuum with a real vacuum attachment on the bottom that actually has a motor in it. So there's actually a motor down there in that bad boy right there. And it actually does a pretty decent job. It will kind of grip the carpet a little bit aggressively, so moving it around is not the easiest. And if you hit the max button, you pull the trigger. The cool thing is the motor up here is the only thing that kicks on. So if you listen, it just gives more suction. It doesn't actually impact the rollers down here. So it's a very satisfying turbo or max suction. So it's really nice. I like it a lot. Okay, let's talk about how well this thing turns. So it turns pretty decently well. It's not the best turning vacuum out there. It definitely likes to make a straight line, that is for sure. But like, see, I'm having to do a lot of work to get around that corner right there, and then to get into things and around things, definitely having to put a little bit of work in, but not much. There is a grip here and there is a grip here. So if you get it just right, you can stand it up there on the grips. So the grips are the only thing touching the wall. There's how it looks when it's standing up like that. So I really wish, once again, that they had a wall mount. Yeah, so vacuuming the carpet with this thing is definitely a 4 out of 5 stars. It's not a 5-star unit by any means, but it definitely does a good job, and you're able to get the job done pretty quickly. Okay, here we go. We have this in what I call stair cleaning mode. So this doesn't come with any kind of stair cleaning attachment, and I typically like to use the regular vacuum attachment for the stairs. They are carpet anyway, so I went ahead and staged the stairs. I added all this blue debris all over the stairs, so we're gonna see, can it actually suck that up, and is it going to clean the stairs as it does, because this stuff has clogged other vacuums that I have. So if it doesn't have enough suction, it will just start to mash and break it down. We made it to the top. My finger is literally dead and raw. Like that is, I was pulling on that max button the entire time. I don't believe we had a single moment where it was clogging or fatiguing. There's definitely a lot of blue stuff tucked up in that area and not down in the cup down here. So that's really interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stairs. So it was not able to get into the crack as well as I would have liked. And missed some stuff along the way. Also, you can see it doesn't really clean the side as much as I would like, but it did get pretty far up into this crevice right here. Continuing down, we missed another piece there. That I believe fell from the top. It got flung down. So everything is just kind of as it didn't get it. That also was dropped from the top. There's another one in the crevice right there. And then continuing down, it's pretty solid. And I did go one-handed. I went a little bit fast, but it actually did a pretty good job, I have to say. So let's go ahead and check in here. Wow, there's nothing in there. That's really solid. So this thing has really good suction and it has a good roller. This roller is actually pretty good. And you can see better in there. That's all the blue stuff. Okay, here we go. We got the tank completely emptied, so it's fully ready to suck up all this stuff. We got assortment of goldfish. We got pretzel goldfish, colored and regular. We have some yummy oats right there, and then we have this guy, which we're going to save for last because this is known to clog up vacuums. So let's just see exactly what this can hold and what it can actually suck up. Okay, it definitely sounds like we have a clog somewhere. That was very quick. Yep, I can see a goldfish inside here. Yeah, literally goldfish just falling out. Okay, that was actually quite impressive. We only have a little bit left behind. Okay, let's talk about how easy it is to dump the cup. So it's actually quite easy. You just push down on this right here and it's gonna flip open and basically launch everything out. The only thing that happens every once in a while is stuff will get wrapped around this part right here, causing you to have to use your hands to pull it off, which they say you're not supposed to have to do. They say you can basically do hands-free dumping, just like that. It is pretty easy to do. It's pretty straightforward. And then if you want to get into your cup even more, you just push on this right here, and this whole thing just comes right out. And then this is going to give you access to your filters. So you have one filter here, which I believe is washable, and then you have a second sponge filter, which is also washable, which is really nice. And then with the whole cup removed, you can actually pull out what I believe is the HEPA filter right here. So this thing has a decent amount of filters built in, which is really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about battery life. So it says 40 minutes of battery life, and in my experience with it on carpet mode and you using the max suction, it dies really, really fast. It is quite amazing how quickly this thing will die. And then the battery charging is kind of slow. So if you don't have two of these, you're gonna be in a world of hurt if you're trying to use this as your main vacuum. So definitely take note of that. That 40 minutes is the absolute best you're ever gonna get. And usually you're gonna get a little bit less than that. And this is gonna take quite some time to get to 3 bars on here. So battery life, in my experience, I'm gonna give it a 3.8 out of 5 stars. Okay, let's talk about the power fin down here and the brushes and the whole roller setup. So it's actually really nice. I didn't get a single strand of hair stuck in here, just like they said. Just the whole thing down here is really actually good for your carpet. As much as I'm giving this thing some negative digs, this is what is most important, is how well is it going to handle your carpet, and is it going to damage the carpet? I'm going to give this it will not damage your carpet. The power fin technology here is actually really interesting. So one side of this is rubber and the other side is like some kind of fabric of some sort, as you can see right there. Really, really interesting technology inside of here. So definitely a great roller setup on the bottom. Really does a phenomenal job of not getting a single strand of hair stuck in there, which was awesome. I vacuumed my master bedroom and our closet and bathroom where all the hair is. Did a phenomenal job. So definitely really solid technology down here. Really like it a lot. Okay, I've been using this thing for long enough. I think I have a full star rating for you guys. And let's just start off with the build quality. So this thing is not built the best. It looks really, really silly the way that it sits like this. It's definitely not designed to sort of stand out. It's designed to be kind of thrown into a closet or thrown into a pantry and just kind of forgotten until you need it. It's not like a Dyson that you want to mount on the wall and have this really pretty, nice looking device. When you do clip it all together, the connections are just weak and flimsy. The way that it locks in is just not very good. So the build quality is just not the best of the best of the best. It's definitely showing you that you're buying a cheaper vacuum that does have really good suction, I have to say. When you get this thing going on carpet mode and you pull the max trigger and this thing is going down here, it kind of sounds like a freight train. It is so loud and so annoying, and it's really just not a fun vacuum to use around the house. The attachments that come with it to make it a handheld vacuum are very minimal, and you don't really even want to use it as a handheld vacuum. So in my use of this thing, it's just kind of an annoying vacuum that you don't really want to grab and go and use. It does vacuum really well, and it will pull up a lot of gunk from your carpet, but all in all, it's just not a vacuum that I will recommend to everyone out there. I'll recommend if it's on a super sale, definitely buy it. But as is right now at the price it's at, I think it's a little bit high. So I'm gonna give it a 4.0 star rating. I'm gonna say that know what you're buying, do your research. There may be a better shark out there. Some of the more expensive ones can go on sale, buy those. This one is just kind of blah to me. But do your research. Buy the one you like and buy the one that fits your house. Buy it. All right, there you go. That's the Shark anti-allergen stick vacuum. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely clearly clack that like button. If you want to join the Adam Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos. And it's because of you guys, I surpassed 10K. Yes, people, on my way to 11K, but I need your help. Yes, you right there. Tell your friends, tell your family. This guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.